Here he just comes and sits right in front of the camera trap.
Even when he's back home in BC, Brent Loken's thoughts are never far from the Wahea forest on the island of Borneo, where he studies a rare and elusive cat.
This is one of the largest cats in the world. This is called the Bornean clouded leopard. It's also one of the least known cats in the world because they're incredibly hard to study.
He captures images of the leopard with a camera that's triggered by motion, but he captures other things too. These are Miller's grizzled langurs, thought extinct until last year when Loken's camera proved they still exist.
Nothing is known about this monkey. It's pretty exciting. Discoveries like this don't come along every day.
Perhaps not every day, but maybe every year, because with the help of that covert camera, Loken recently made yet another discovery.
I got a lot of pictures of orangutans walking on the ground, which was extremely surprising. And after doing some research, I realized that nothing has ever been written about this before.
Surprising, because this is where we expect to find orangutans. With their long, powerful arms, they're perfectly suited to live in the canopy, to swing from tree to tree, not walk on the ground.
Here is a female and her infant walking on the ground. And you can see that the infant is just mimicking how to walk on the ground from the mom.
He wondered if loss of habitat might be the reason. Over the last 50 years, 60% of Borneo's forests have been destroyed to make way for palm oil plantations. But then he observed that orangutans chose to walk even in intact forests.
That led us to believe that it's not actually because there were gaps in the canopy. It was because they were making a choice to come down to the ground. So therefore, by choosing to come down to the ground, it must mean there's some advantages to being on the ground as opposed to being in the trees.
Maybe walking is more energy efficient than swinging. It's a theory that has yet to be investigated. But while this behavior is news to us, it may not be new for the orangutans.
Why it hasn't been observed before, I'm not sure. Whether it's people just assume that orangutans were arboreal and therefore they didn't observe it. Or whether we're finding that there's a lot more roads, there's less forest, so that we're seeing it more often than we used to in the past.
What we do know is that these gentle, intelligent creatures are not only little understood, they are the most endangered of all the great apes, which makes any discovery about them significant.
What I hope is that this helps us understand and learn something a little bit more about orangutan behavior, helps us protect this great ape, and opens up a new frontier of study.
Linda Aylesworth, Global News.